Okay, hi guys. So, listened to a video yesterday about Nesara and Gesera that I've been hearing about for the past year, and I knew it was something important, but I didn't know exactly what it was and how it played out, and the reason of its existence. So, a teacher created this. Gesera means Global Economic Security and Referendum Act. So, in the 90s. I forget the teacher's name. He developed this way of a new economic system and printed 100,000 copies, sent it to Congress people, and basically said, this is the way we should make society work in terms of taxation, just no more wars. I'll go through the 20 points of what defines Gesera in about 5 minutes, but before that, I'll make a prelude to how we get there. So he developed the system. He was saying debt is the evil thing in our society, and money and it creates stops growth. So he basically he created this referendum, and then it was about to be adopted in 2000. Bill Clinton, they were about to sign it into law, and 2000, before the Twin Towers. It was confidential, and in the Twin Tower building, these documents were located on a certain floor, and the planes crashed in the buildings, and the information was lost with the plane crash. It was supposed to pass September 13th or 14th. So in homage to that event, we are September 14th, and September 11th just passed a few days ago. So and since then, it's been people think it's going to be adopted, but right now with the current crisis and with Donald Trump in power, we do think that this is going to be the new way, with all the money printing, with all the Fed printing the money, with all the economies, the biggest bubble in history that's created is about to pop. So here are the 20 points of the Gesera. Gesera is the Global Economic Security and Referendum Act, and Nesara is the National Economic Security and Referendum Act. So first point out of the 20 is cancel all debt. Credit card, mortgage, all personal debt. It's going to be a debt jubilee. However that's going to work, it will alleviate a lot of the stress on people. Abolish income tax and abolish the IRS. That's number 2. Abolish income tax. Number 3, abolish IRS tax. Number 4, create a 17% flat rate tax on new purchases, no second-hand stuff. So just that 17% tax could finance the whole government. I'm in Quebec. We have a 15% tax already, sales tax, 7 or 8% Canadian, and Quebec tax 9.5%, in that range. So we're already at that, plus 48% on your salary, plus inflation. So inflation does contribute to a tax. I consider that a tax of average 2% a year. Plus now with all the money printing, I do think it's probably going to be 3 to 4% a year in additional tax, notwithstanding all property tax, all the other types of taxes that were, when you go across, pay a toll on the road, you pay a tax. So we're heavily taxed, I believe. So no, that's number 4. Number 5, increase benefits to senior citizens over 60. So taking care of the citizens. Number 6, return constitutional law to courts. Constitutional law apparently is an important thing. I don't know much about constitutional law, but it is important. And it's in another point below, defined even further. Reinstate title mobility amendments. Not sure what that means as well. I'm not a lawyer. Number 8, establish new presidential elections. So this apparently is an important one. So everyone, all the presidents, wherever it's adopted, and apparently most countries have signed into the Gesera Act. So it would cancel, there would be 120 days where there would be a new election. So Donald Trump, for example, this is mainly in the US, would step down and they would do new and fair elections, and Donald Trump would be re-elected fairly and democratically. Number 9, and apparently he would be elected like heads up with no problem. So number 9, monitor elections and prevent social special interest groups to rig elections. So that's or to play with elections. So that's an important one as well. Apparently all our elections are tampered with, and that's an important point. Number 10, create new U.S. Treasury currency backed by gold, and the bankruptcy of the USA, the U.S., which is has 20-some trillion in debt, so this year in March, Trump took rights away from the Federal Reserve and included it in the U.S. Treasury. So that went pretty silenced in the main media. Nobody really spoke about that, not knowing the implications or not knowing what it means. So now the Federal Reserve printing of money is now included in the U.S. Treasury, which preludes to all of what's happening, what will happen. Apparently, the Philippines own so much gold, trillions of gold, that they would be backing this Gesera movement. So, with all, because we're going back to the gold standard with the new currency system, and I believe with cryptocurrencies as well, we're going back to a gold standard system backed by more sound money, because right now our money is not backed by anything. It has no relativity. So if I give you $20, they could print another $20, and it's just created infinitely. So it kind of creates no definite value. So if we back it with gold or something that has more of a scarce supply, it keeps its value. So gold is the money of God, and that's been a means of exchange for the past 2,000 or 3,000 years or more. So it's going to go back to a gold-backed currency, or I believe cryptocurrency as well, or something more stable, or something more of value. Because right now, as they print, there's no definite values. They can print as much as they want and go to any other country and say, I'm going to buy you trains and buildings, and they can print as much as they want. So the system has to end. Has to be more logical, if you want to put it in simple terms. So number 11, forbid sales of birth certificates. So I think what that means is that when we're born, they create a birth certificate with our name in capital letters, and that person that's on the birth certificate belongs to the country. And it's like if the countries own the people, the citizens, and this system is in Gesera and Nesara will not survive. So everything that's on a document relative to your birth certificate belongs to the country. So you get a ticket, the person on the certificate, which is not the actual physical person, belongs to the country. Number 12, initiate new U.S. Treasury with law. I'm not sure what that means exactly, or doesn't have enough definition there. But number 13, eliminate Federal Reserve System, and it's going to work with the new system for another year once Gesera is adopted, not to create too much havoc, I guess, in the countries and in the U.S. Retrain judges for constitutional law, as I mentioned before. So constitutional law, there's something about that. They're going to bring that back. It seems like a law system that is more just, maybe more efficient. Not so sure. Number 15, cease all military action. So within the Gesera, wars will be discouraged, and if you go into war, you will not. You will be removed your power or your monetary power. So wars are going to be discouraged. Armies will probably be reduced a lot. I'm a big cryptocurrency believer. I believe we should adopt our own currency like Bitcoin, or just do trucking, exchange services for services. We don't need to use the fiat money that we have. We can exchange in all sorts of other ways with other currencies. We can create our own currencies like Bitcoin was created. I believe XRP will have a lot to do with this new system. But with fire you can cook a man, but it can also cook a man's dinner. So I'm a bit afraid of XRP. But I think all technologies win all wars. I think that we have to be careful on how we let the technologies control us. They have to be decentralized. I'm pretty sure they are. Bitcoin is decentralized. It works with nodes. XRP says it's decentralized. With XRP, my fear is that I'm afraid it will be controlled by the banks and the globalists, and they can increase the supply and control the transactions and control the people within those transactions. So I hope that that will not be the case. But I have my reserves. I know it could. I'm a big holder of XRP. I know it could make it's going to make us a lot of money. I just hope it's going to be on the right side of history and not the wrong side of history, because it does have Ripple, the company behind it, and I think Ripple can be controlled. I don't know if XRP can be controlled as much. It does work with nodes. It says to be decentralized, but I have still have my reserves with that, even though I know a lot about it. I'm not willing to give it my 100% approval in terms of being a fully decentralized, autonomous system that's there for the good of the people. All right. That being said, so number 16, sign up. If you sign up to Gesera, there's no wars. So the countries that have signed up, pretty much all the countries have signed up apparently, I know Iraq or Iran, a few left to sign in, but I do believe it's going forward. What I'm hearing. So number 17, establish peace around the world. Number 18, release unprecedented, and this is one that I love, release unprecedented property for humanitarian purposes. So release unprecedented property for humanitarian purposes. Apparently they would release lots of funds to get rid of all, the famine in Africa, create a level playing field with all countries. It means all the currencies, instead of being relative to the US dollar, would all be at par. They would have the same value. So that is important, because there's a few currencies that have been so devalued in the past years: Zimbabwe, Iran, Iraqi, the Bolivia, the Philippine currency, the dong, the Vietnam currency, the tamarin that was previously the real, the dinar. These currencies have had a hard time, and if they go to part with all the currencies that have exactly the same value, you hear President Trump saying that a lot, a level playing field. We could make some good income or value on our investment if we do buy these currencies. So keep them in mind. Zimbabwe, Iraq, Iran, Bolivia currencies, Philippine currency, the dong, the Vietnam currency, the tamarin, and the dinar. So if you purchase a few of those in the next few months, and this occurs, you could really make some good return on investment. If it doesn't occur, then you can maybe get your money back at an exchange service. I think I will go get myself $100 of each currency or more. Maybe hold on to it. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 currencies. Maybe invest $100 on that, 100 on each. So $900 of investment would probably be interesting. Okay, so 19. This is the one I really think it's gonna be incredible. Enable and release the 6,000 patents that are protected right now, confidential, and so there's patents in there by Tesla, the anti-gravity, sonic, UV machines for healing, free energy. So once they release these patents, the economic activity that it will create, right now they're hidden, owned by the globalists, owned by the banks, hidden for protection of for protecting the citizens, protecting us from those deadly patents. So right now they're all we don't know where what they have in them, or some people do, but once those are released, imagine all the entrepreneurs that are going to run around trying to create products and companies and services and incredible stuff with that. So I do really think this is going to be an incredible one. Number 20 and the last one: eliminate all nuclear power weapons on Earth. So I think, like, I've been hearing about Gesera for the past year. I couldn't get my finger on it, and yesterday I did learn a lot about this, and I think it was important to share this info. I think it is the new way to go about economics, about life. I think it's the way to really prosper. I think the economic system is going to fail on us, and I think this is going to replace, or partly replace, the new system. It's going to create a new way of seeing the economics and seeing society and seeing the economy. So anyhow, I hope this helped. I hope it was something useful. So describing Gesera and Nesara. I did go on WikiLeaks, on Wikipedia, and I just underlined all the text, and I listened to the WikiLeaks page for Nesara. I recommend you guys do the same as well. If you don't like reading so much and you like doing your stuff, just underline a certain texts and just listen to them while you're doing while you're doing your stuff. I listen to a lot of stuff because it takes less attention. You could be doing a few things at the same time. You could be cooking dinner or getting dressed or making the bed and still learning. So I do that a lot. I hope this helped, guys. So this is one of the first video of a few videos that I'm going to post on my channel in English. I do have my brother's channel, Daniel, that's in French in Quebec, that covers lots of societal issues, the coronavirus pandemic, the fake coronavirus pandemic, and lots of other stuff. Daniel and myself are twin brothers and are musicians and activists and cryptocurrency specialists. If you want, let me know what you thought of the video. Click subscribe, click like, click thumbs up, and follow me for the rest of the voyage. Bonne journée. Thanks a lot, guys.